Class of '07 Prime Video Series Review, a mixed bag of charm and disappointment. Step into a time machine and join us as we journey back to the year 2007. A year when flip phones were all the rage, MySpace ruled social media, and the world was captivated by Britney Spears' infamous meltdown. The Class of '07 is a nostalgic trip down memory lane that will transport you back to a simpler time. Get ready to reminisce, laugh, and maybe even shed a tear as we explore whether this show lives up to its promise. Class of '07 is a gripping post-apocalyptic comedy series that transports viewers to a terrifying world where the unthinkable has become a reality. When an apocalyptic tidal wave hits during a high school reunion, a group of women is left stranded on the isolated peak of their former campus. As they confront the brutal reality of their situation, tensions rise, alliances shift, and friendships are tested. Will they band together and find a way to survive, or will their own personal demons be their undoing? Unfortunately, when it comes to the humor in the Class of '07, there isn't much to laugh about. The attempts at comedy often fall flat, feeling forced and awkward. The show relies too heavily on millennial-specific humor, which may not resonate with a wider audience. Many of the jokes feel cliché and overused, leaving little room for originality or wit. While the show may have been marketed as a comedy, it seems to struggle to find the balance between humor and the more serious themes it explores. Additionally, despite the promising premise of the show, the writing falls short in many regards. On top of the cheap gags and lazy one-liners, the pacing of the show is often sluggish. Episodes feel bloated and overstuffed with unnecessary subplots and filler scenes. The first episode had some awkward moments that made me pause and wonder if I had chosen the wrong show to watch. While the show may have its flaws, there's no denying that the talented cast is one of the few saving graces of the show. There's no shortage of talent on display. Emily Browning and Caitlin Stacey lead the way with exceptional performances, bringing depth and nuance to their characters. And can we talk about the chemistry between these actors? It's off the charts. You'll find yourself rooting for them and their relationships from the very first episode. With their skill and precision, the cast almost makes you ignore the writing's cliched humor. Almost is the key word. The soundtrack also does an exceptional job of taking you on a nostalgic trip down memory lane. The creators have curated a collection of throwback tracks that capture the nostalgic essence of the early 2000s, with indie hits from the likes of The Devil Wears Prada and Dizzy Rascal. The clever use of alternative versions of famous songs also adds a unique and fresh feel to the music. But that's about it for the positives. Class of '07 has its moments of charm and humor, and the exploration of gender dynamics in a survival setting is intriguing. However, the show ultimately falls short of its potential due to the lackluster writing and pacing. Despite strong performances from the cast, the end-of-the-world premise takes a backseat to the focus on character interactions, resulting in an underdeveloped storyline. While not a complete disaster, the show may not be compelling enough for some viewers to consider it a must-watch.